while I was studying music at university, one of the favourite questions that lecturers would ask was how we were finding our voice. And I studied contemporary improvised voice, so we could interpret this one way: how am I finding my physical voice as a singer? But the voice is so much more than the physical voice or the physical sound of the instrument. The voice is a product of who we are as people, our interests, our background, our upbringing, our culture, our physiology plays a part, but also the repertoire we choose to play, the style of music we like to play, the style of music maybe we listen to and then bring into the way we play other styles of music. So all of this wonderful kind of recipe, all these ingredients go into making us the unique person, the unique musician that we are. And it can be tempting, and it's great to have somebody who you look up to and you want to follow in their footsteps. You want to sound like them, you want to play like them, you want to do all of the things that they have done. But you need to know that you are your own unique musician. And maybe if I bring the analogy to a physical voice, if we hear someone with an amazing voice sing, and we go, oh, that I love that person's voice. I love the way they sing. No one else could sound like them. And then we hear that person doing maybe like a kind of a cheap karaoke imitation of that voice. It feels like a cheap karaoke imitation of this other great voice. So the reason that voice is so great is because it is 100% that person's physical voice. It's their physiology plays a part. And maybe they have taken some inspiration from other singers that they love, and so they've borrowed the sounds and the way of singing from a particular style or the kind of stuff that's popular at that time, but they have integrated it so deeply into themselves that what comes out is absolutely their own voice. We could not mistake it for anyone else. And then when we hear that kind of cheap karaoke imitation, we just feel dissatisfied. And so this same idea as musicians, whether we sing or whether we play an instrument, we can bring all of our influences into ourselves, but what comes out has to be our own voice. And this is something that develops across the course of our musical lives, and it changes. Maybe our voice changes very significantly from the beginning of our journey to the end of our journey. Maybe it has many cycles that it goes through, and it's fine for this voice to evolve and change. And it's also fine in the beginning for us to be learning through imitation, but there comes a point where we need to say, this is me, and maybe we let go of some of the things that we have been trying to do, which are just not going to work for ourselves because of our physiology, because of the way that we are as unique human beings, that thing that we're just never going to be able to do it the way that other person can do it. But there's something else that we do, some other combination of factors that has crystallized in us to create a voice that could only come from you, could only come from me. So I'm still working toward finding my voice. I will always be working toward finding my voice. I will always be evolving my voice, but it's very freeing to let go of the idea that we have to be exactly like somebody else, because we will never be exactly like somebody else, and we don't really want to hear people who are exactly like someone else. That's not what gets us excited. We don't get excited by the cheap karaoke imitation of this great singer. We get excited by another great singer who comes along who does something totally different to this first great singer, but we get the same sense that what we are hearing is 100% purely their own internal voice being projected out into the world. Hi, I'm Erica. I am a musician and music teacher, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more practice tips, motivation and inspiration. And also share this video with any friends who are also practicing music. And finally, if you like, you can stick around for a short meditation at the end of this video to prepare you for a great day's practice. So happy practicing, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So let's just take a few moments now to prepare the body and the mind for practice. Make your space comfortable. Take out your instrument and any books or music you need for your practice. And then when you're ready, coming to a place of stillness, either sitting or standing, maybe with your instrument. Soft focus in the eyes. And then taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then another inhale, and with the exhale, closing your eyes. We're going to scan through the body from top to bottom, just watching as any tension in the body releases, melts away. Starting at the top of the body, the head, the forehead, the point between the eyebrows, the cheekbones, the lips, tongue, the neck, all the tension releasing, melting away. The shoulders, the upper back, and the chest. The upper half of each arm, the lower half of each arm, the wrists, every muscle in the hands, and in each finger, down each joint all the way to the fingertips, relaxing, releasing the diaphragm, the lower back, the area of the pelvis, the upper half of each leg, the knees, and the lower half of each leg. Every muscle releasing, relaxing. The ankles, the feet, and finally the toes. Every muscle in the body released, relaxed, at ease. And then just sitting for a moment, taking another few breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, blinking the eyes open, ready for practice.